Hi, everybody. My name is Shana, and this is the American English Podcast. My goal here is to teach you the English spoken in the United States through common expressions, pronunciation tips, and interesting cultural snippets or stories. I hope to keep this fun, useful, and interesting. Let's do it. Hi, everyone. I hope that you're doing well wherever you're at in the world. Today, we'll be talking about American barbecue. So speaking of bear barbecue, I'd like to begin the topic of the day, which is American barbecue. And rest assured, most of us don't actually eat bears. This will be a 5-minute English episode. So as usual, you'll learn all of the vocabulary needed to have a conversation in this particular topic. Some of the things that will be covered in this one will be the brief history of barbecue, different regional styles in the US, meat prep, and of course, the side dishes, which we also call fixins. So yeah, let's dive in. Historians believe that controlled fires used for cooking started as early as 800,000 to 1 million years ago. From rubbing sticks together in early years to striking flint repeatedly against hard minerals, hunter-gatherers mastered the art of building fire. They knew how to get a spark, how to interpret smoke, and could pinpoint the perfect moment for embers to be transferred to tinder, tinder to kindling, and kindling to firewood. Building a fire was a survival skill, and over time, cooking with it became essential. The extreme heat not only killed parasites in food, but it expanded the range of foods that could be eaten and how they could be prepared. Food and fire became the yin and yang of barbecue. Modern barbecuing methods and styles, however, did not develop overnight. Etymologists say that the term barbecue dates back hundreds of years ago to an indigenous Caribbean group of people called Taino. In their native language, barabiku means the sacred fire pit, and barbacoa refers to the wooden framework above the flames. Traditional barbecuing among the Taino was a process in which whole lambs or other animals would roast for hours in an underground pit. Pit masters would place leaves or coal above the dead animal and light them. Below the animal, a pot would be placed where the drippings from the roasting meat could fall and later be used for broth. When Columbus came to the Americas in 1492 with his Spanish fleet, they discovered this practice of barbecuing and raved about it back in Spain. Shortly afterward, Spaniards brought pigs to Florida, not knowing that the decision would alter southeastern barbecue forever. These pigs became a staple of Cajun and Southern cultures. Today, many Southern states have pig pickins on special holidays and weddings. A pig pickin is an event in which an entire pig is roasted over low heat for hours. When done, it is sliced down the middle, and guests serve themselves by picking pulled pork directly from the pig's belly. Now, in the US, there are 4 well-known dominant styles of barbecue. Carolina-style barbecue is one of the oldest and is characterized by slow roasting pig or pig parts with a vinegar-based marinade. Within North Carolina, 2 distinct styles exist: Eastern and Lexington. Typically, Eastern barbecue includes a whole pig or hog, which is smoked for hours in a smoker filled with hickory or oak wood. During the process, pitmasters may salt the pig or baste it in a peppery vinegar marinade. Once done, about 12 hours later, the pig's insides are chopped, mixed, and served with a side of mayo-based coleslaw. Lexington style is pork shoulder and is also slow cooked. As a marinade, they use a tangy vinegar pepper mix with tomato sauce and other spices. As a side, they might have a barbecue-based slaw and hush puppies. Memphis style is another dominant style of barbecue in the US. And like Carolina style, it requires a smoker or a pit. Pitmasters in Memphis specialize in pork, and particularly ribs. Rib meat is often prepared by patting the raw meat with a dry rub. Dry rubs are unique to each pitmaster, but are usually a salty mix of herbs and spices. It's the seasoning of the meat. Some who go the wet route may concoct their own special marinade to coat the meat throughout the cooking process. Kansas style is the third style of barbecue, and it's much broader in terms of what can be served. Pork, beef, chicken, turkey, mutton, anything goes. In addition to pitmasters smoking meat for hours, you'll also see grill masters sear meat in a matter of minutes. If you want your steak raw, rare, medium well, or well done, it's really up to you. What makes something Kansas style is the sauce. Barbecue sauce is the chef's signature, and it can come as a marinade on the meat or as a dipping sauce on the side. Texas style is the fourth style. While southern states are populated with pigs, Texas has more cattle than any other U.S. state. It's no wonder why Texas is all about the beef. When in Texas, you can order steak and ribs, but to be like a local, you should order brisket. Brisket is one of the cheapest beef cuts in the U.S., and it's got a reputation for being incredibly challenging to prepare. According to Aaron Franklin from the famous Franklin's Barbecue, mastering a brisket is 1/3 the cut, 1/3 skill, and 1/3 luck. First, you want to find good meat. He recommends beef that is labeled as prime or Angus because it'll have better marbling. Marbled meat means that the cow was healthy and could graze during its lifetime. Secondly, once you have a good cut, your brisket needs to be trimmed properly. Thirdly, you need good, dry wood that lights easily. After all, the wood is what gives the meat its regional flavor, according to Franklin. In Texas, post oak is used. Lastly, you need to time it well. 12 hours between 240 and 280 degrees are the magic numbers. In Texas and across the U.S., barbecue is not barbecue without the fixins, and they're often served on the side or a la carte. Common fixins include hush puppies, corn on the cob, coleslaw, baked beans, potato salad, buttermilk biscuits, mashed potatoes and gravy, green bean casserole, and macaroni and cheese. Not to mention dessert is also an option, so peach cobbler and apple pie with vanilla ice cream might also be on the menu. In the US, people host barbecues on weekends, for birthdays, and always on holidays such as Memorial Day, the 4th of July, and Labor Day. As discussed here, American barbecue is highly regional and can include simplistic items such as hamburgers and hot dogs to smoked brisket, steaks, and whole roasted pigs. For many Americans in areas that do not have strong barbecuing culture, barbecuing and grilling are interchangeable terms. For the pros, barbecuing only refers to a slow cooking process over low heat, and grilling is a quick process with direct dry heat. Nowadays, competitive barbecuing is common. Competitions exist across the U.S. where a wide range of flavor-packed meats and fixins are served. So come, open your mind and your mouth, and see if the hype is all that it's cracked up to be. That's it for this 5-minute episode. I'd like to mention that when Lucas and I were dating, we spent 3 months together in Austin, Texas, where brisket seems to never run out. Having no car, we spent the summer traveling around in Ubers and had a ritual of asking local drivers where to find the best barbecue. Apart from Franklin's, we were led to Terry Black's Barbecue, and it was a meal that we will remember for the rest of our lives. Check it out if you go there. So hope you enjoyed and hope you have a nice day. Bye.